Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where you're watching this from. We are Team Kop-Ish, and welcome to a live match preview. I usually do a few little jokes and stuff. I'm not going to start with a few jokes this time, though. I am going to start with a very serious subject, and I know he's a rival manager or ex-rival manager, manager to our biggest rivals, etc. But there's a time and a place for tribalism and football and rivalry. This isn't that time. So Alex Ferguson has unfortunately lost his wife. She's passed away. So from everyone at Team Kop-Ish, and I'm pretty certain the whole Liverpool community, we offer our condolences and our prayers and thoughts with the Ferguson family. Rest in peace to his wife, Lady Cathy Ferguson. Horrible news. So yeah, my thoughts and prayers go out to him, his family, her family, their friends, relatives, and hope he can have and find some peace and solace in the days, weeks, months, and years going forward. And hopefully she wasn't in pain and all of that stuff before she did pass away. So I know it's a somber thing to start with, but we have to pay our respects and we have to do what we have to do with situations like this. Football is secondary when it comes to stuff like this. So yeah, my thoughts are with Sir Alex Ferguson this evening, and yeah, prayers with him and his family as well. Yeah, we are going to be speaking about the Brighton game. Big game, very big game. Obviously, we were able to get a victory last night against Union SG, a very needed win, and really puts us in a strong position in the Europa League, which could potentially help us with resting and rotating players. However, after I'm going to say the shenanigans of what happened last week against Spurs, this game has become even bigger. And I throw it into context for you guys. If we had picked up a point against Spurs last week, even with the disallowed goal, I don't think the outroar would be as bad. If we had actually picked up 3 points, we'd be top of the league right now, and we'd have something to fight and hang on for. Now, we still have something to fight for because every game we have something to fight for. And this is a big game and a tough game. And to put into context, we've only beaten Brighton once in the last 5 meetings between the two teams. There's been 1 win for Liverpool, 2 wins for Brighton, and 2 draws. This is not going to be an easy game. However, one thing I will say, Brighton are brilliant. Brighton, I respect Brighton so highly. And I know there's been a few back and forths regarding the whole Caicedo thing. I still don't hold Brighton in any blame for that. And everyone knows how much of a fan I am of De Zerbi as well. If Klopp was to walk away tomorrow, De Zerbi would probably be the man I'd want to come to Liverpool straight away. That being said, though, Brighton have been a very topsy-turvy team so far this season. Some very good wins, but also some crushing defeats as well. You look at the Villa game. You look at the game against West Ham at home. This team, I believe, is suffering a little bit from being in Europe. And if I'm not mistaken, they drew their last game in Europe and then they lost their first game. I do think the schedule is catching up with Brighton. And with that being said, I am quietly optimistic about this game. Am I a little bit shook? Yeah, I am. PTSD. Last season, in my opinion, was the worst beating we received when we played Brighton at the AmEx in the Premier League. That 3-0, that was the worst beating. Not necessarily scoreline, but just the way we were dismantled. We were absolutely ripped to shreds. Anyone who watched that game will remember how badly beaten we were. Like, we were stripped naked and made to walk through the street like we were Cersei. It was bad. It was bad. And then in the FA Cup game, we held our own. With a rotated team, we held our own. But in the dying minutes, Mitoma scored a winning goal and we were knocked out of the FA Cup. So Brighton really did put a hurting on us last season. In my opinion, They really put a halt to us making a push for top 4 at one point, and then they knocked us out of the FA Cup as well. I think time now is for revenge, though. And before I focus on Liverpool, before I focus on the team we might put out, score predictions, etc., gotta give a shout out to you guys. So first and foremost, people, make sure if you smash the like, please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Members, there'll be a new members video coming out tonight, a group members video, so make sure you're on the lookout for that. And just salute to you guys in the Kopish community. Like, I had a little rant, when was it? Maybe last week, no, it was a couple of weeks ago, about some people being disrespectful and stuff. And since then, like, you guys have been phenomenal. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and just rant and moan at you guys if I think things are going wrong. When things are fantastic, I want to just tip my hat and say how, like, humbled we are to have you guys as a community and as a subscriber list. And you guys are amazing. And I know I'm a bit biased, but hey, you guys are the best community on YouTube, and we are delighted that you've decided to support us. So with that being said, I want to just speak about Brighton's squad depth and their schedule. I think them being in Europa League has made things a lot more difficult for them. They haven't got the biggest of squads. However, they have got a good squad. They have got a team, in my opinion, that can potentially get into Europa again this season. It's going to be much more difficult, but I do think it's going to be difficult. I think it's achievable for them. I do think it is. And they've made some very shrewd signings, as they always do. Replace Caicedo in Dahoud and McAllister. Are they the same players? No. Are they as good? Probably not. But De Zerbi is still getting a tune out of this team. And you look at players like Ansu Fati, who's gone there. Who would have thought a couple of years ago that Ansu Fati would be playing at Brighton? And he is. Evan Ferguson is getting better and better. Matoma getting better and better. Sully March, another player that Drifty's I know is a big fan of, doing really well. So I've got to really hand it to Brighton. I think their danger men, one, I think is everyone who knows is familiar with, is Matoma. And I think that will depend on who Klopp plays at right back, or I think it should depend on who Klopp plays at right back. But another player who I think is having a little bit of a resurgence that's kind of going under the radar is Lamptey, aka Monts. Big up Big Six Bants. Make sure you guys subscribe to Monts and the boys. He's become very versatile for them. And if I'm not mistaken, he's played right back, right wing, and left wing for them. And he's done a very good job in all 4 positions. Very difficult to play against, very low center of gravity, extremely quick. Injuries have really derailed him because at one point he looked as though he was going to make a really big move. Shout out to KLFC, João Pedro, another one. Evan Ferguson, I'm a big fan of. Lewis Dunk, forever been good at Brighton. So I do think we can get at this team, but I don't think it's going to be an easy game. But don't just take my word for it. Even though he's not here live on the show, man like Matt chimed in with his opinion. So I sit back, guys, and just have a watch of this for a couple of minutes.
Yes, people, well gone. It's your boy, man like Matt. In that time, it's Team Kop-Ish. It's the preview time. So I couldn't be there for the live preview. Big up Cal, big up Drift each and every time. My brothers, them. But yeah, man, I thought I'd just have myself on the starting lineup because this starting lineup, I'll be real, people. We have to get this one right. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to adjust the camera there. Apologies about that. But yeah, so here's what I'm saying. Obviously, Ali goes in goal. That goes about saying. Ali in goal. Right back, I actually go Joe Gomez because Joe Gomez, for me personally, has been in form. And not only that, I think Trent just come back from injury, still not just there yet, and you're up against a Fly Matoma as well. Like that could be kind of peak in it. So I would go Joe Gomez just for the defensive stability. In defense, I would go Virgil, and I would actually go Ibu. But because the thing is, Ibu played the other day, but obviously yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably going to go Matip. I would start Ibu, but I think he's going to go Matip. Obviously, Matip being on form hasn't done anything wrong other than that own goal, which is just unlucky. But yeah, I would go Virgin Ibu, but he's going to pick Matip in it. So it is what it is on that one. Left back, Robbo picks himself. Simicast didn't have a good game in the last game, so I'll go Robbo. Midfield where it gets taken now because obviously Curtis Jones been one of our best midfielders this season. Can't lie. Listen, Jones deserves all the praise he's been getting. I think he's played very, very well. I think the way he knits things together is perfect. But obviously he's suspended for this game, so I would go McAllister. Gravenberch, who actually played the other day, I will go. I think Gravenberch deserves his start now, and obviously Soboslai. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the midfield trio that I would pick. I think Endo misses out because Endo, for me, is just not there yet. Even in the last game, Endo didn't look like the Endo that, in my opinion, should be starting, and we're just going to feel comfortable yet. But then again, I guess Endo needs game time. But yeah, personally, I just wouldn't start him. And then obviously up front picks itself, Salah, Nunez, and Diaz, because obviously Jota suspended. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have started Jota anyway. But I think that front three is more than capable enough to win the game, innit? And obviously we've got no Gakpo, so we are a little bit light off the bench with Jota suspension and Gakpo being injured. However, I'm praying that that front three can do the damage and can win the game. So I'm also going to say I think Liverpool win this one 2-1. I think it's going to be a tough game at the AmEx. Is it the AmEx? Yeah, I think it's the AmEx Stadium. Brighton are a problem at home, but I think we can do this thing. So yeah, Liverpool 2-1. Big up everybody that's watching this video. Big up Kopish and the man them. Everybody, love. I'll see you on match day. We move.
Big up man like Matt for that. And you know what they say, people, it's like buses sometimes. You wait ages for one and then two come along at the same time. So my other brother, the other member of Team Kopish, has had his say. So sit back and tune into this.
Yeah, well, go on, everyone. Big up Cal, obviously, for doing the preview. Just jumping in with my 2 pence real quick. I think this is going to be a very difficult game. A very, very difficult game. I hope we rally after the injustice of the Spurs game. I hope we come into this game with renewed kind of like us against the world. I'm not going to predict this score. I can't. I'm not copping out, guys. I'm not sitting on the fence. I just can't. I don't know. I'd probably say a draw. But I really hope we get the win. I really, really hope we get the win. And we just got to make sure that everything that has been against us, we use to motivate ourselves. I'd like to see Joey play rather than Trent for that bit more defensive stability. Darwin has to play. And I'm probably going to go... I'm going to go McAllister, Gravenberch, Soboslai midfield. And then after this, we introduce Endo. Like, I know McAllister's been struggling a bit in that DM role, but this is a big game to throw Endo in. But for everyone who says play Endo, I get it. I fully get it. And yeah, I'm going Van Dijk and no. You lot gonna have a go at me. Look, I'm gonna end it there. Yeah. You lot guess who's Van Dijk's partner. Come on, you Reds.
Not gonna lie, I'm gonna have words with Drifty. Drifty sat on the fence. He's got bare splinters in his bum. I'm shocked. I'm shocked by him. Not happy. Not happy at all. But we move. Can you guys still hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Just throw one in the chat, guys, if you can hear and see me okay. But yeah, not happy that Drifty sat on the fence with who Van Dijk's partner is and also score prediction as well. So with that being said, people, man like Matt and Drifty, they both shared who they believe should start. I'm not going to do the same myself. So in goal, I think it's obvious. We're going to obviously go with Alisson Becker. Right back, I'm going Joe Gomez. Still think Trent is getting back up to full speed. I think he still looks a little bit rusty, and Matoma is one of the worst players you can come back to play against if you're feeling a little bit rusty. Then, right centre back, I'm going Joel Matip. I think with Joe Gomez being there, I wouldn't expect Joe Gomez to be as adventurous going forward as say a Trent is. I'm hoping he's not going to do the inverted thing, but I think if Gomez plays how he started the game against Spurs, for example, I don't think we should worry about Matip. And I think Matip again had a fantastic game against Spurs and has been really good so far this season. Virgil, obviously, our best centre back, our captain, and left back Robbo. For any of the members, I did do a Simicast video in the left back situation recently. I'm getting a little worried about Simicast, but that's for another show. Right centre midfield, I think there's only one. You know who it is, Szoboszlai. Left centre midfield, I'm going McAllister. So I think you know what that means, guys. Defensive midfield in the 6, I'm going with Endo. And I'll explain that. The reason I think we need to start going with Endo is for the whole team to click properly. This is the 6 that Klopp wanted. We all trust Klopp, or I say 90% of the fan base trust Klopp. If we trust Klopp and we trust his identification in player talent, then we need to start playing Endo, and this is the game to do it. Because you know why? It means that Szoboszlai can play potentially further up the pitch, and it also means McAllister can play further up the pitch as well. Plus, if I'm going to be completely honest, as much as I love McAllister, playing McAllister as a 6 is starting to get found out, and I don't think it's helping him at all. It's really limiting his game. You've seen him when he actually is on the ball and gets forward. He got the assist for Núñez for his goal against West Ham. He almost got an assist yesterday. Like, when he moves forward, he makes stuff happen. So for me, I'm going with Endo in the 6. Right attacker, again, picks himself. Best in the world. Mo Salah. Left wing, Diaz. I don't think he's had 2 great games, but I still think he's the best player for that position. Plus, Jota's injured. So Gakpo picks itself. And this man picks himself as well. Didn't have a great game yesterday. Missed a very easy chance. But we also know what he's about as well. When he's on it, almost unplayable. And that is Calvin Núñez. So that is my team, people. I'll go from goalkeeper to striker. So Alisson Becker, Joe Gomez, Joe Matip, Virgil van Dijk, Andrew Robertson. So Szoboszlai, Endo, McAllister, Salah, Luis Diaz, and Calvin Núñez up top. Now, prediction time. I'm not going to do a Drifty and sit on the fence. I'm going to be like Matt. So Matt's predicted a 2-1 win. I'm going for a 3-2 Liverpool win. I don't see us keeping a clean sheet because I just don't think we're defensively sound enough yet throughout the whole team. But one thing we do know is we have goals in us. However, no Gakpo, no Jota in the bench means that front three is going to really have to pull it out of the bag. So that's a lot of pressure on the front three, because if they don't perform, we have very few options, next to none, to be honest. I mean, you could play Szoboszlai in the front three at a push, maybe Gravenberch as a real dilemma. Doak, again, I still don't think he's ready yet. Elliott, maybe. That front three's got to come through for us, and I think they will. So I'm going 3-1 Liverpool. We will be live for that game as well, people. So make sure you tune in on Sunday for the watch along. As I said, for our members, we have a video which will be coming out straight after this. So make sure you tune into that and make sure you enjoy watching that as well. And let us know your comments and thoughts. Also, members, let us know some suggestions on that video. Leave your comments. Let us know some suggestions of other stuff you want us to make videos about and topics about. And for you guys as well, we've got the international break coming up as well. Guys, let us know if there's anything you want us to do show-wise, anything fun or anything for a laugh. Let us know. Write in the comments below. We'll have a look. If we see some stuff that's good and that's feasible, we'll make it happen. We'll credit the person who comes up with the idea as well. Massive shout out to man like Matt and Drifty, my brothers. Massive shout out to you guys. If you haven't already, please do smash the like button. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. PL says, play Trent in the 6. I'm not comfortable playing Trent in the 6. I would play Trent in midfield, though. You guys know that. I don't want to say too much. Members, we speak about it in the members video. Yeah. That's it from me, people. That's it from me. Enough love to you all. Thank you very much for watching, listening. If you're watching this on playback as well, please do make sure you smash the like button. Until we see you next time, Stay safe, stay blessed with Kopish and Route people. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday, Saturday, and hopefully we enjoy Sunday together. Big up, people. Take care.